Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Victoria M Properties' very first vlog episode. My name is Victoria McEwen. I am a local realtor here in Savannah, Georgia with Keller Williams. And today we are going to be talking about how much does it really cost to buy a home beyond just the mortgage. Buying a home may very well be one of the biggest financial investments that you will ever make in your life. It's really important to have a general idea or a guideline to know exactly where your money is going and how much you're going to be spending before you just jump into anything. Whether you are trying to escape from a bad landlord or out of your parents' home, or maybe you just got married and you are ready to move into that house with your partner, I want this to be an exciting experience for you, and that is why I want you to be educated. I want you to know what to expect when it comes to making this big life decision. So, without further ado, let us jump into it. A very common misconception for first-time home buyers is that they think that hiring a realtor to represent them is going to be a really big cost, and they might be a little skeptical to buying a home or even start looking into buying a home because of this. Well, some realtors charge a retainer fee or, want something paid up front. However, majority of the time, it is free for you as a buyer to have a realtor represent you. Majority of the time, this is a fee that a seller and the listing agent come to an agreement on. Basically, when a seller decides to have a listing agent represent them, they agree how much not only that listing agent is going to be paid, but how much out of that amount from the listing agent is going to be then paid to the buying agent. Do we follow? So, seller pays listing agent, pays buying agent. So, buyer, free. How great is that? Why would you not want a service that is absolutely free to you guys? There's no reason for you not to have a realtor to represent you. So that is tip number 1. The next thing that you want to think about when it comes to purchasing a home is finding a lender. Unless you just have a crazy amount of cash flow laying around and you can buy a house outright. I mean, that would be incredible if, you can do that. And if you can, that's great for you. However, majority of us are going to need some sort of help or financial lending. So, the reason I say realtor first, lender second is because realtors probably know the best deals for a lender. And not just deals, but they can find you a lender that's going to be good, that's going to hold your hand through this entire process. They're going to know the deals to make sure you're getting a great rate. They're going to make sure that you know what's going on. They can explain the crazy terminology that you might have never heard before in your life. So, with that being said, when you then go see your lender, the fee that you'll be looking at will then be about a $30 charge to run a credit score. And majority of lenders actually don't even charge this to you if you do not close. Or say you have a really bad credit score. Do not fret. You're in the perfect place. They can hook you up with a program to get you where you need to be to purchase a home. You found your realtor. You found an awesome lender. You are all set up with your pre-qualification or your pre-approval. It's time to look for homes. So you go out with your realtor, you find the perfect home. You are in love. You're ready to make an offer. And your realtor says something that is called earnest money. And you're like, well, I've never heard this term before. What in the world is earnest money? Earnest money. Earnest money is a placeholder. It is basically a good faith amount of money that a listing brokerage holds on to show that you have skin in the game. You want this home, that you are serious. Although it's not something that is required, it is a really smart decision to put in some earnest money. It is something that could help make your contract number 1 on a seller's list. We know what earnest money is. Well, how much do we then now give? So, rule of thumb, not required, rule of thumb is about 0.5 to 1% of whatever the sales price is how much earnest money you want to put forward. You have finished watching part 1 of How Much Does It Really Cost to Buy a Home Beyond the Mortgage? Stay tuned for part 2 to be posted shortly.